Blessed evening to everybody with a listening in various places, in various means of communication. I want to welcome now all to the first episode of When Your Organ Speaks. And me where they bring this episode to you, my own name now Andrew Mosiri, normally known as Andy Jr. And today's video, we get for listening to the brain. So the brain get for talk to me and I get for channel the information to una. Waiting are some of the things them way you for do for the brain, we go make the brain go they happy. And waiting are some of the things the way you they do, where they make the brain they become so much sad that even for doing work, you're not able to do work. So now the particular motive this behind this video and behind this episode. So the brain get for can talk with we and get for can tell we the importance in function, in role, in responsibility for CC and keep you alive. And what are some of the lifestyles the way you can do in order for CC you bring damage towards the brain. So one thing we need for now, the brain in the control center of the body. If your body in a whole barracks, your brain in the headquarters, now in they tell each and every part of the body for do their own function. So as a control center, when they say control, now in the control every aspect and it did at the center. So the brain they within the cranial cavity. And this brain here, it enhance a whole lot of function. And one of the things where the brain they do, if right now you they breathe, the brain in the control you breathing, even when you are asleep, even when you are not even conscious of it, the brain they control you breathing. Your brain in they tell the heart for beat at every now, because now only when the heart beats, blood supply will reach to the rest of the body. So the brain they talk to the heart for ensure say in continually they beat for say a pump you with circulatory blood. So the brain is very much important in that role as well. In order for you for let you move from one place to the other, now the brain they ensure say and do that for you. The brain they play key role in movement. They help you for move. Voluntary movement now, movements where you control, and involuntary movements where you not able to control, like in terms of digestion, all those movements now the brain they control them. And also the brain they do very much key thing for say you would think, decide and plan. If you have to decide anything now, it involves the functioning of the brain. If you have to decide, it involves the functioning of the brain. So the brain is very much important and it's playing every now and then. It's playing its function, it's doing its role every now and then. The brain also they see say it maintains temperature. Yeah, that's why there are times when someone is sick, you see the person experience fever because there is a part of the brain that has been impaired, which is the hypothalamus. So the brain as an organ, it tell we say it gets a whole lot of functions where it do. But at times in our lives, there are certain lifestyles where we do where they damage the brain. And one of these lifestyle now sleep deprivation. Many of us, especially students, medical students, for to be specific, we normally do give sleep a chance. We normally don't give sleep a chance. We normally do sit at night. Some might be studying, others might be using their phone scrolling, others might be using that time to be chatting with their couple and the rest. So, but the brain is telling us that it needs sleeps. Yeah, I'm not saying you should be sleeping anyhow, but the brain needs a programmed sleep. And one of the way you can correct that is at least to program yourself to have 8 hours of sleeping in a day. That will be very much helpful for the brain. The brain is telling me now to tell you that at least give the brain 8 hours in a day for able restore in power, for able restore the ability for do more work in sequence days. Another thing also when another lifestyle where they damage the brain, now that of excessive alcohol. This some of we don't take alcohol as morning coffee. Every now and then we take alcohol, every now and then we take alcohol, every now and then we take alcohol. The brain, they try for tell we say, it no need too much alcohol, excessive alcohol. So excessive alcohol, now one of the things also where they damage the brain. So the brain they tell me now, see, we need for stop for the take alcohol. Another thing also wey dey damage the brain na smoking. When I said smoking, it's not about just cigarette smoking. Those people that are exposed to smoke as per cooking, those people that are exposed to smoke as per working, mechanics and the rest, and also those people that are smoking every now and then, regular basis, cigarette smokers, all those people, they are impairing the brain function. And the brain is telling me to tell you that smoking is killing the brain slowly, and it must be stopped. Another thing also that is killing the brain is uncontrolled hypertension. One way or the other, we might be diagnosed with hypertension, because hypertension is more of which common in most of our settings. So that times you might be diagnosed with hypertension, but we know the control am. Every now and then we are not modifying our lifestyle. Doctor will don't tell you, say, do not take in too much salt, do have normal exercise, not just go to sit on one side, not go to take in too much of stress. You understand? All those are things, are lifestyle we want for practice for say it decrease the rate of hypertension, but some of we not able to practice that, and the brain not happy. For say every now and then there is an increase in pressure within its blood vessels. And one thing about the brain, its blood vessels, it's very, very much fragile. It's very much fragile that if pressures continue to exact on it, nothing will happen but for it to rupture. So the brain is telling us that we need to see that we control our pressure. Controlling our pressure in terms of taking the medication, adherence to the medication, practice of lifestyle, modifications of certain lifestyle, and the rest. Another thing also that causes the brain to damage is chronic stress. Many of us have taken stress as a close friend. We normally stress for academic purpose, we normally stress from work, we normally stress from financial problem and family issues and the rest. All of those things can mount stress, but it depends on how you handle those stress. So the brain is telling us also that you are killing the brain, you are killing him by stressing. You are killing him by stressing. So another thing also is by you exposing your brain to certain potential injuries. You know that if you undergo this thing, if you are going to do this thing, there is a high tendency for you to involve your brain or your head to become injured. Many times we are very much careless in our body part. So today, this is what the brain is telling us. We need to sleep at least for 8 hours. We need to control our blood pressure. And how can we do that? Adherence to medication, do lifestyle modification, and the rest. And we need to see that whatever thing that happens to us, we must visit the hospital. That's the place of solution. That's where test investigations are done. Avoid some area nurses, avoid some area healthcare givers. The only practice in healthcare giver that is advised for your health are those that are present within the hospital. So your brain is telling me to tell you as well to see that you must visit the hospital whenever you feel like you are not okay. So also the brain is also telling me that you must stay hydrated. You must be taking water, drink regularly, and see that you exercise, because it helps the brain a lot by ensuring a lot of blood supply, nutrients, and the rest. Avoid smoking, stop or reduce alcohol intake, and see that you always put the brain to learning of new things. Be reading. This one is not about just the physical help of the brain. It also helps the brain in terms of its cognitive. For let you read something in your mind, indefinitely aid. It happens by you reading every now and then. Whatever organ you put into use, it must be increased in that particular use. So if you put the brain into reading, it will yield a lot of profit. So today we've talked about the brain, and we've talked about the things that cause the brain to diminish in its function. So here comes the end of today's episode. And once more, my name is Andrew. Stay tuned and connected for more episodes to come in various organs. So let's listen to the brain. Let's see that we follow the brain and see that we do normally act towards the welfare of the brain. Stay tuned. God bless.